In this pod-slice summary of the All-In Summit, Dr. Nicole Paulk of Siren Biotechnology takes the stage to discuss the fascinating implications of gene therapy. For the uninitiated, gene therapy is the practice of using viruses as medicine, typically to treat single gene genetic disorders where the patient is either missing a gene or has a mutation in their gene. The treatment provides a functional copy of the missing gene or corrects the mutation, restoring the patient's health. The concept of using viruses as medicine marks a revolutionary stage in modern medicine. Historically, medicine started with chemical compounds, like aspirin, that we ingest. These are designed to be absorbed into the bloodstream and interact with various proteins in the body to alleviate symptoms. Next, the field moved to protein medicines, where proteins are directly used as therapeutic agents. An example of this is Humira, an antibody therapy for arthritis that brings in $21 billion a year. The current stage is the advent of living medicines, which involve using alive elements like viruses and bacteria to implement changes in the body. This allows for targeted, localized treatment as opposed to a drug spreading throughout the entire body. Importantly, we have the ability to engineer these living elements, adding logic circuits like if-then conditions or Boolean operations, allowing for a highly precise delivery of medicine. Far from all viruses are malevolent. Most are benign and constitute potential allies, carriers of medicine, if engineered right. There's a misunderstanding that all viruses are harmful, but in reality, people can generally only name a couple dozen of them, and those are the ones that cause diseases due to their prevalence in research and media. Dr. Paulk illustrates her points with an especially compelling example. We observe a patient suffering from a rare form of inherited genetic blindness. In a video, this patient, initially blind from birth, takes over 3 minutes to navigate an 8-foot maze. Just a year later, after receiving a single viral infusion, providing the missing protein in the patient's eyes, the same patient navigates the maze with ease and speed. This patient has since been able to lead a completely normal life, even acquiring a driving license. The gene therapy industry stepping into the mainstream with an array of companies in various stages of development, from early phase trials to FDA approval, according to a Wells Fargo prospectus. Dr. Paulk predicts that everyone will receive a viral gene therapy as medicine in their lifetime. In her own work, she explores a bold question beyond rare single gene disorders. Can a virus be used to cure cancer? This audacious idea challenges conventional thinking in gene therapy, where each therapy is tailored to a specific indication, taking about 10 to 15 years, and cost around $3 billion to develop. In this portion of the podcast, Dr. Nicole Paulk shares a pioneering idea that sets out on a bold mission to blend viral gene therapy with immunotherapy to combat cancer, focusing on cancer's commonality rather than specificity. Turning our attention to the laws of our bodies, she explains that our immune system is constantly on the prowl, rooting out singular rogue cancer cells, destroying them before they can propagate into full-fledged malignant tumors. However, cancer endures when it evolves a cloak of invisibility, preventing the immune system from locating these rogue cells. This can result in an unchecked growth, leading to the formation of a large tumor. It's then when the perturbing symptoms bring the stealthy presence to the individual's attention. However, all is not lost, as the field of immunotherapy offers promising options. It aims to retrain the immune system to recognize and eliminate these invisible foes. This allows your immune system to destroy the tumor, saving the patient from the ordeal of enduring harsh therapies like chemotherapy and radiation. With a goal to make impactful advancements in cancer treatment, Dr. Paulk and her team developed a universal gene therapy platform within her lab at UCSF. The new approach would leverage viruses to alert the immune system about the hidden cancer cells, effectively triggering it to attack the tumor. To validate their strategy, they started collaborating with colleagues at the Cancer Center, challenging themselves to combat the gnarliest of cancers, brain cancer. Before human trials, they conducted preclinical studies injecting mice with human brain cancer cells and then treating them with the developed gene therapy. The results were promising, eliminating tumors entirely and improving the survival rates of the mice. Peering into the future of gene therapy, Dr. Paulk explores possibilities like sleep modification, longevity, and even human adaptation to harsh environments like Mars. The timeline for such developments undoubtedly ranges from a few years to decades. Ironically, the largest roadblock isn't technological, but financial. The significantly high capital required for such ventures often proves prohibitive. The journey towards unlocking the full potential of gene therapy is long and challenging, but the potential benefits warrant the persistence and dedication. Picking up on the dialogue with Dr. Nicole Paulk, we dive deeper into the challenges facing the novel treatment sector, especially the monetary hurdles that often prevent these groundbreaking discoveries from becoming widely accessible. The gap between seed stage funding and clinical trial readouts, also termed as the Valley of Death, is a critical phase where many early-stage biotech companies struggle to procure the necessary funding to progress further in their research. Adding to financial constraints, technical obstacles include the ability to manufacture these complex therapies at scale, calling for experts from varying backgrounds such as mechanical engineering to aid in the development of efficient technologies for large-scale production. Moving beyond therapies for existing ailments, Dr. Paulk takes us on an exciting journey into the realm of what gene-altering technologies could offer to healthy individuals as well. Remarkably, the possibilities include night vision, augmented metabolism to extract nutrients from unconventional food sources, and even psychological enhancements like increasing joy and happiness. Notably, she touches upon existing work in the field that addresses beauty concerns such as male pattern baldness, wrinkles, cellulite, and hair color degradation. Beyond that, the potential to characteristic augmentations could include areas like mental health improvement, tackling disorders which are usually caused by defects in a single protein or receptor in the brain. The talk further engages with how gene therapy can use both gene transfer and gene editing, where gene transfer places a functional copy of a gene back into the body and gene editing corrects a mutation within the genome. Limitations exist with gene transfer depending on the size of the gene that needs to be transferred. Touching on possible future capabilities of gene therapy, the panel contemplates when single-point edits will become a reality, with Dr. Paulk asserting the technology to rewrite a single DNA letter is available today. In closing the segment, Dr. Paulk acknowledges the remarkable work by the participating panelists, highlighting the need for collective efforts and capital investment to bring gene therapy advancements to fruition. Check out the full podcast by clicking the link in the description below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for listening to this podcast summary episode of the Pod Slice.